What is up everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Mariah May. I also go by the name The Glamour. I'm a pro wrestler from the UK and I make YouTube videos. And today's video is going to be my top tips for staying healthy whilst traveling. Obviously I am an independent wrestler, so at the weekends I'm always on the road, which 2 days doesn't seem like a lot, but when it's 2 days every single week, you do need to make sure you are staying healthy. Like, you can't afford to have cheat days, especially if you're wrestling on Sunday. On Saturday you don't really want to be eating junk. So these are my top tips to stay healthy. It's what I've been trying to follow. Obviously it can be very difficult because obviously when you're traveling to shows and like if you do travel for your job, you're obviously there late and everything's shut. So these are just my tips to kind of stay as healthy as possible, to stay on track, and then you do feel better for it, because I find like if I do eat a Macca's or something on the way home, like if everyone wants to go to Macca's and I'm like, yeah, I just feel rubbish for it, and it's just not worth it because you're so hungry you would eat anything, so you might as well eat something healthy. So my first top tip is taking a big bottle of water. Where you're going there might not be water, the shops might not be open when you finish, and it's so important to stay hydrated when you're traveling, especially if you're a wrestler or an athlete. You know, you are doing something physical, you do need to stay hydrated. But just in general, I really can't stress this enough. If you're on the train, if you're driving, it can be hot and stuff, just make sure you're drinking your water. Your body will thank you, your skin will thank you, which is something that I do find I struggle with. Like, I did 4 days of shows and by the end of it my skin was like, whoa! Even though I was like washing it and doing face masks and stuff, it's just because obviously you've got makeup on and you're like sweating when you wrestle and everything like that. So definitely drink your water. My next tip is meal prepping. Now, this isn't the most exciting thing in the world, I do understand that, but meal prepping is super important because it means when you are traveling or like you finished your match or you know it's time to go home, you can have a meal that's got good nutrition in it instead of just going to your services, which most of the time everything is going to be shut apart from your Macca's, your Burger King, your KFC, which is fine the odd time. But like I said, if you travel a lot for your job, if you're a wrestler, you're traveling at the weekend and stuff, you don't want to be having that all the time. So I really do recommend meal prepping. And another thing with it is I recommend food that you don't feel like you need to heat up, because there might not always be a microwave. A lot of the time there is, but not all the time. So try and get something that you don't necessarily need to heat up to enjoy, and then you can kind of monitor your calories a bit more and stay on track. Like I said, I did 4 days of shows, so you can't just be eating anything at any time. Like, you really do want to keep a track of it. So I definitely recommend meal prepping where possible. My next tip is ordering in bulk stuff. So what I mean by this is, if you are on the road a lot, you don't want to be going out and grabbing like a protein bar or whatever from Boots or W.H. Smith or whatever's like open at the services, because it costs a fortune. And it's really sad that it's so expensive to be healthy, but unfortunately it is. And everything you buy at the services literally costs an arm and a leg. So what I recommend is going to a place like Amazon or going online on a health store and bulk ordering protein bars, cookies, snacks, whatever it is that you like that's healthy. Bulk order it. I really can't stress this enough. Like, I used to waste so much money on buying stuff on the road. So I really do recommend pre-ordering it in, because then you kind of have your bulk stuff that you can just take from. You save a lot of money, you can stay healthy, and yeah, it's financially great, and obviously it's great for your nutrition. My next tip is pre-planning out your weekend. So I used to literally just take it as it came. Like the night before, I would just check, what time am I getting up, what time am I going? Now I really plan it all in advance so I can make sure I get a gym session in before I go. Like I said, I had 4 days of shows in a row and I didn't really want to miss going to the gym. Like, I just thought 4 days in a row not going to the gym is ridiculous. Then when I have shows next week, I'm not going to be feeling good. I want to make sure my conditioning's still up and everything's feeling good. So I do make sure I go to the gym in the morning, because in the evening it's far too late, apart from the Sunday show that was an earlier one. So basically I kind of like look at the shows I have, where they are, travel arrangements, everything like that, and I make sure I get up in plenty of time to have a workout, eat a good breakfast, shower and get ready. And I felt so much better for it. I feel really confident in myself. I feel better because I've eaten better too. Like, before shows I used to feel really nervous and like not eat that much. Try and eat a big breakfast if you can, even if it's just like Weetabix or something like that. Just try and eat something, because it's really, really important to keep your body fueled. I know there's two sides of the coin. There's like on the way back where you'll just grab anything fast food wise, and then there's before the show where you won't eat because you're nervous, and I completely get it, but it's really, really important to you, and your body will thank you for it. Trust me. those are my top tips for staying healthy whilst you're traveling, whilst you're on the road, if you're an independent wrestler, whatever your job might be. I hope these are helpful for you guys. If you have any tips for me, please do let me know in the comment section down below, because I would love to hear them. This is still new to me and I'm still learning, but this is something that's helped me. Just really staying hydrated and pre-planning, I think, is such a key thing, because then you save money, you save your body, you don't eat junk, and you feel much better for it. Like, you really will feel better for it. Even though it's a little bit more prep, that is part of the job, and you will feel a lot better for it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Again, hope you found it helpful. This is just what works for me. You do what works best for you. Bye.